Welcome back, learners. So now to recap on what transpired in this lesson. We took the main idea being the refraction of light. We broke it into two concepts whereby we looked at how we see light and we looked in detail at the refraction of light. Remember, the refraction of light, that's the bending of light. The light bends, it slows down, and then it bends. It can either bend away from the normal line or bend towards the normal line. Now, in this lesson again, we looked and used words such as refraction, medium, the normal line, whereby refraction is the change in direction of a wave passing from one medium to another caused by its change in speed. And the medium, that's now the substance through which waves such as light can travel. Whereas now the normal line is an imaginary line that divides the angle between the incident ray and the reflected ray into two equal angles. The line, and this line is always perpendicular, which is acting at 90 degrees to the surface. We further used words such as angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. Now that is the first one, the angle between a ray of incident on the surface and the line perpendicular. Remember, if it's perpendicular, it is at an angle of 90 degrees to the surface. And the last one, the angle of refraction, that's now the angle between a refracted ray on a surface and the line perpendicular. Remember, if it's perpendicular, it's at an angle of 90 degrees to the surface. So the most important things for you to remember about this lesson on the refraction of light is, number one, visible light is the range of frequencies of light that are visible to the human eye and that is responsible for the sense of sight. Number two, a ray diagram is a drawing that shows the path of light. In this case, how light bends either towards the normal or away from the normal. So, number three, the white light that we see is made up of 7 different colors of the spectrum. Remember your ROIC beef. And then number 4, if light moves from a more dense medium to a less dense medium, then the light speeds up and moves away from the normal. So the light is going to speed up and bend away from the normal. And the converse is true, that when light refracts and it changes direction, it passes through the different mediums, it can distort what we see. We also said that if a light is moving from a more to a less dense, it is going to speed up and bend. And in this case, when light now moves from a less dense medium like air into a denser medium like glass or even water, then the light is going to slow down and the light will bend towards the normal. If it is moving from a more dense medium to a less dense medium, it bends away from the normal and it speeds up. In this case, moving from a less dense medium to a more dense medium, it is going to bend towards the normal and it is going to slow down. Now, before I let you go, I have just one quick question for you that I want you to answer for me. And the question is, what are the conditions of refraction? What are the conditions of refraction? You're going to answer this question for me and I will see you next time. Until then, bye.